Orrie Brown, San Juan Capistrano. I want to ask about the letter that I received in my water bill from the Office of the Mayor entitled Understanding the Importance of Redevelopment to Everyone. As I'm sure you know, we attend most city council meetings. I don't recall hearing the 5 of you vote on this action, but perhaps you did when we weren't in attendance. I had always heard that the position of mayor was an honorary position, and it didn't really hold much power. But there was a letter to Governor Brown, which I understand had a vote. This letter that was in the water bill, paid for by taxpayer dollars, and then another email blast letter, this one, understanding the facts about city debt. I'm sorry to say it, but in some ways it seems as though the office of the mayor is now being used as a bully pulpit, as there are several inaccuracies and misstatements in these letters. Mayor Allevato, you are paid for your job in Irvine partially by Community Redevelopment Agency funds, I understand. So of course you oppose Governor Brown's proposal to do away with these. But that I would consider to be your personal opinion because it's good for you personally to see CRAs continue to be used. But maybe it's not so good for your constituents and certainly is open to abuse. Regarding the debt letter, it is quite inaccurate, spun so that the taxpayers, your bosses, do not get the full picture. For instance, the size of the debt is higher than you represent. You did not include the Scalzo judgment debt being issued, which will hit the general fund. You state that the city does not fund current operations from debt, which I believe is wrong. The money paid out by the CRA to Ford and Chrysler dealers is borrowed, and the benefits flow into the general fund and are spent for current operations. You also failed to connect the water rates with the size of the water enterprise debt. And you also failed to mention that you want to borrow $18 million more for the groundwater recovery plant, which has never operated successfully. I realize that you probably cannot discuss these letters or the false ideas presented or how much this is costing the taxpayers of San Juan Capistrano tonight, since this item is not on the agenda. But I think it's very important that we have transparency and good governance in San Juan Capistrano for we, the people. Sunlight is a vital component of good governance. So Mayor Allevato and council members, we ask that you do the right thing, that you let the sun shine, the light shine in City Hall. Thank you.
Thank you. And as the mayor, I do have a certain amount of discretion on issuing press releases, and in an effort to be more transparent and be more communicative with the public, I will continue to do press releases for information that is important to all of the residents of San Juan Capistrano in a very factual way, leaving my opinion out. Everything you read that comes from me is fact. It's not opinion. I do not do opinion pieces. It's fact. And I do that just so the public can get the facts from city staff. So
Mr. Mayor.
if, you know,
Mr. Mayor.
yes, Councilmember Reed.
There's some confusion, and maybe this is a councilmanic item for another meeting, but I was told that we were not allowed to use city stationery pursuant to Rule 160, and that applied to all of us. But maybe there's a special rule for the mayor, so again, this might not be the appropriate time, but there does some things that need to be clarified.
Okay, we will. I will include it on a councilmanic issue. We can discuss it. I have no problem with that.
Okay, great.